Hello and welcome back to RoboCup 2016. We're on the second day now of the 3 days of competing, so we've been quite busy over the last couple of days with some technical issues. On the first day we chose to do 5 manoeuvring events. They seemed perhaps more straightforward than some of the other ones, so we chose to do them first. Gives us a bit of time to get used to the robot. So there were some challenges built into them. So on the first day we chose to do align, negotiate, traverse, centre and crossover, which is all 5 manoeuvring tasks.
So we started with align. This task we kind of went into knowing that we'd have some issues. When we first started in the morning, we had an issue with some of our Maxon controllers, which we'd managed to cut the day before in practice. But we still had 2 arm joints that we could use. We weren't running our full potential with our FLIR camera. We had a bit of an issue during the manoeuvring tests on a line. We lost our rear camera as soon as we started, so the reversing became a lot more tricky than we expected it to be. We only managed to score 1 point during this round, but throughout the first day of competition, we progressed forward. We managed to get our points up to 20 on one of the rounds. And then we started experiencing some more issues the further down the line we got, and we ended up finishing on crossover, and I think we only scored about 9 points on that due to the volume of runs we had. We did a challenge called Negotiate early on in that day, and we set a record for the number of times that we managed to do that, number of clear runs, so we were pretty chuffed with that. So at the start of day 2 we decided to get down to the RoboCup event a bit early. Due to the problems we had the day before, we thought we could increase our score a little bit more by getting some more runs in. Due to the programming of the ESCs for the drive motors, we were running a little bit slower than we could have been, so we came in first thing in the morning, programmed those, and we've increased our speed by about 40%, so it makes it much easier for us to power through the straight lines and the easy obstacles that we need to. So when we did Negotiate again, we managed to up our score a lot more, and today's been much more beneficial for us than the first day of competing.
And following on from Negotiate, we moved on to the hurdles, which are basically sets of rollers built into the course. So as you're driving up the edge of the steps, your tracks, the rollers move along with the track, so you almost need like a long wheelbase to be able to get over it, or long flippers at least. So we struggled with that, and upon trying to lift the rear of the robot up using the flippers, we managed to snap a chain, so we had to call it that in that particular competition. So we had to come back and fix that for the following event. So the following event we actually went to do an exploration event, which was driving along avoiding holes on top of some breeze blocks. So to start with, we did the same recognising symbols, so there was a thermal imaging object to sense, some hazard signs, some letters that you can read, and opportunities to grip and pull out certain objects to score even more multiplier points. So upon moving on to the exploration course, we then found out that your robot has to be fully autonomous to do this, which ours is not this year. We require a lot more work to get ourselves to that point. It's possible in the future, but not this year. So we managed to have a word with the organisers and rearrange to do a rerun of crossover. So we went back to the crossover course, is what we did yesterday, and thought we fancied our chances today and topping our score and basically increasing our amount of points that we scored in that particular course. So we thought we'd be in for a good run there. Upon doing the course, we managed to run into a few problems. When we started the run, we managed to snap a chain, which is not ideal, but it wasn't hindering our progress too much. So we had the front flippers that we couldn't use, but we decided we didn't need them too much on the course, so we decided to carry on driving through the course. We looked like we were doing really well, really, and then the arm, carbon tubes on the arm decided to fail and tip over to one side. So Dave did a great job of continue driving under a little bit of instruction and getting back and forth, and we scored the most points on all of the runs that we have done so far without an arm functioning properly, so that was quite an interesting experience.
Currently the arm is kind of mid-gluing process. We're hoping to be able to glue it back together and pin it and tape it and do whatever we need to ensure that we can still get through day 3 of competing tomorrow. I think we've only got 3 challenges that we need to complete, and hopefully we can keep it together for that long. So fingers crossed for tomorrow, and hopefully we can improve on today again.